I love game demos. I remember a time when you'd get a game demo disc that was full of snippets of games, or how some games would have demos of their sequels as unlockable content. Maybe demos or trial versions still exist today, but it's been such a long time since I played a demo, prior to owning a Switch. Recently, the Octopath Traveler demo dropped, and it has this super cool feature that your saved data from the demo would carry over into the full game. I was excited to see that the Valkyria Chronicles 4 demo has the same feature. You play the first few missions of the game, and your experience and rewards can be carried over to the real game if you buy it. I think this is a great addition to RPG demos. Honestly, demos are one of the most dangerous gambles a game can make in advertising itself. With a demo, a player can feel out how the game plays, and whether or not they want to continue playing it. If a potential buyer plays the demo and decides not to buy the game, well, in that case, the demo might have cost the developers a potential sale. But if the player liked the demo, and they buy the game after that, then the demo was worth it. I think if you're going to make a demo, then having these bonus incentives that Valkyria Chronicles has is a fantastic idea. I've been playing a lot of trial versions of games lately, and most of the time I've been buying the full product after completing their demos. Alright, so bringing us back to Valkyria Chronicles 4, I didn't know this demo came out, and I've been following the game. It practically slid under my radar. I really enjoyed the dozen or so hours I put into the original Valkyria Chronicles, and I really wanted to like the action-y one from last year, but I've had a hankering for some strategy combat recently, and I'm excited to have VC4 deliver it. The fourth entry in the Valkyria series plays pretty much like the original. You control a squad of soldiers who are fighting in a fictional version of World War II. The game is divided between long chains of character-driven cutscenes and a unique third-person shooter tactical RPG. For the RPG side, the actual gameplay side, you select a number of units you have in your squad to deploy for a mission. Each member of your squad has a class. You got snipers, shock troopers, scouts, and others. Once on a mission, you use those squad members to accomplish the mission goal. It can be something like routing the enemy, capturing a base, or locating all enemy tanks, or whatever. You have a certain number of command points, which are basically like turn tokens. You use up a token to move or attack with one of your units. When all of your command points are gone, your turn ends and the enemy takes their turn. It's similar to a Fire Emblem game in that regard, but what makes the Valkyria Chronicles series so cool is that when you control a unit, it goes into a third-person perspective. You run around and aim like you would in a third-person shooter. Stats still apply, how far your character can move, how much damage they do, or how accurate their weapons are. But this added amount of control really makes the combat feel more engaging and more exciting. Using the right squad, setting up the right defense or offense, and executing on a plan just feels really satisfying. The missions usually take 30 minutes or longer, and that justifies, to me anyways, how much time is spent on cutscenes. While the story is about Squad E, it focuses heavily on a core group of characters in the squad itself, specifically on the commanding officer Claude. Claude and his friends have a pretty charming relationship with one another, and while their personalities aren't really that original, there's enough small details with each character to make them a little bit more than walking cliches. But I really enjoyed the cutscenes because of how constant the plot was moving. Squad E gets introduced, they fight a battle, they get reassigned to a new operation. The big military operation gets explained, Squad E's role in the operation gets explained, a character moment or two happens, and then the next mission objective is laid out before the squad. Because of how short the tutorial mission is though, the first big chunk of cutscenes that sandwich it can feel dragged out. Like you just want to play the game, not watch a movie. But every mission after that is pretty long, and having the cutscenes act as the setup and also the narrative payoff for each mission really excuses the amount of cutscenes for me. The game looks pretty good and plays pretty well. There sometimes was a little delay between button presses, but I didn't experience that too often, and also the game isn't really reflex demanding, so even when it did happen, it wasn't that big of a deal. The game runs fairly well while portable, and it plays pretty good too, which isn't that shocking since previous entries in the series were on the PSP. I know it seems stupid doing a review of a demo, but I really enjoyed the demo. I think it had a good amount of content in it, and the fact that your saved data from the demo can be carried over into the main game is such a cool feature. Hopefully this video encourages you to check out the demo of Valkyria Chronicles 4, and hopefully you enjoy the demo enough to check out the game when it releases this September. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.